In this video, I want to move on to what is known as the Protestant Reformation. There are many background factors that led to the Reformation. There are forerunners we can speak of who, before the Reformation, called out the decadence of the Western Latin Church. There's also the importance of the Renaissance that led to the Reformation. The Reformation is in some ways the religious expression of the Renaissance. The movement of Renaissance humanism, as the historian Johann Heisinger put it, quote, got its start by nothing more dramatic than that a learned circle took more care than usual to observe a pure Latin and classical sentence structure, end quote. Well, the Renaissance, of course, quickly moved beyond beyond language and grammar, and humanism advocated the studia humanitatis, the humanities, literature, philology, poetry, oratory, all of which had rhetoric at their center. The rallying cry of the humanists was ad fontes, to the sources. Now, what sources were they talking about? Especially ancient Greek and Roman literature. And so it is the Renaissance humanists who named and despised the Middle Ages. So there was antiquity, and then there's us, and then there was that thing in between, all right? It was middle, in between us. Nobody, of course, in the Middle Ages thought they were living or called it the Middle Ages. This was a later term that early modern people came up with to describe this time that they were trying to actually jump over and go back to what they saw as a more glorious time in antiquity. Well, since the Crusades, which again were begun in 1096, Western Europeans had increasing awareness of and contact with the Eastern world and the ancient culture that it more easily preserved. The rise and proliferation of universities also contributed to the study of such texts and that desire to recover the past that they reflect. If you like what you've heard and you want more, visit Christian-Studies.org and subscribe to the video course on understanding the Bible. And while you're there, check out our journal and other content from the Center for Christian Studies.